Hey guys, welcome back to the March 2021 layout update. So we got a few things done over the last month, mostly scenery work, but just wanted to give you guys a quick look at what's been going on. But first I wanted to start off with the running power on the site, or on the layout today. So in the back on the outside we have the Alco 462 Delaware Hudson Pacific, with some passenger cars, and then we have a New York Central EMD F unit pulling a 20th Century Limited consist. So we'll get right into it. So the first change I ended up doing over the last month was ending up adding some scenery on the outside of the outer loop here. So I know I talked about it last month, or actually even in January, but we did follow through with it. So we did place some grass and some scenery here, and we added a bunch of trees, and I really think it adds a lot more depth to this area of the town scene. So we were kind of making our way from the back up towards the end of the table here. And I think what we're going to end up doing with this area is kind of create a few mounds of ballast or even soil to give the impression that there's track work going on. So I kind of added a few figures here. Kind of be like a work area. And it looks like I'm not going to end up doing the outside here along the station near the edge of the table, but I still want to reach back and end up kind of doing all the wiring for the building. So I'm just doing it for access issues or access reasons. So hopefully next month or the next month or two, I'm going to end up getting the wiring done for all these buildings. I haven't spent a lot of time at my parents', so the time I did spend here, I pretty much spent most of my time doing the scenery here in the back. So it's around 30 trees. As you can see, we added a few in the back as well. It really gives the town a little bit more depth, especially back there. We're probably gonna add some bushes and things like that, but that was pretty much it for the town. And then, just throw a few trees here and there. And the one other area I ended up doing in the back was I started the transition between the scenery itself and then the eventual yard. So like I said in the last video, we got that big haul from Hobby Link. So one of the things I did order was the gray, white, and black ballast mix. So that'll probably be the next project over here, for the ballast for the yard. But before that, it looks like I'm probably have to paint the canal darker blue, or maybe even like a dark blue to black to give the impression it's an industrial canal. We were gonna do some realistic water, but I think I said in my first video in January, I think it's just easier to paint due to the simplicity of the layout. Don't want to go too crazy here, so we'll probably just end up painting that, clearing that out a little bit, maybe figuring out a way to get a boat or two in there for the industries. But after I'm done with that and finish the wiring for those buildings, I'll probably end up pulling out of there and end up finishing the yard. So like I said, we'll probably add a few trees in the back there, just for some scenery and some depth. Finish the canal, and then do the ballast here for the yard. So kind of working away from the back of the table to the front, again from an access standpoint. But moving forward, like I said, we'll probably do the wiring for all the buildings. I started detailing a few of these, so my brother ended up helping me on this one, so I'll detail this a little bit more. Get some of the Woodland Scenics interior stuff done, and really just focus on the town. I really want to finish the town, get the lighting going for some night scenes. I did want to update you guys on one more thing. So I'm on Model Trains Forum online under the same username, Tom_G93, and I did ask about the Delaware Hudson Pacific tender. So what ended up happening, like I said in the last video, is that it looks like the plastic broke or sheared off. I'm looking to put space inside, it's sitting on a swivel with some space in there. And what these guys on the forum recommended on one of my threads was just adding some spacers in there, since it's a powered unit in a sense, right? So I do have the pickups on the trucks there. So I think if it's metal, it should be okay. Either I'll go to the hardware store or find something here in the shop. So hopefully by the next video, I have this up and running and have this lit as well. The more ornate 462 Pacific for Delaware and Hudson, but In the meantime, I've been running this guy. I know I've already had a video on it. I think it was the passengers train video. And then in that video, my brother's New York Central diesel was pulling the older set of cars on the siding there, but he does have a 20th Century Limited set for the modern diesel era. And he ended up picking up a few extra cars there, so he's got a good consist going. He's looking to do his own layout one day too, so eventually we'll see longer passenger trains and some New York Central stuff. But in the meantime, that should be it for this video. I'm gonna kind of post add a few scenes of some locomotives going through the new scenery. So I hope you guys enjoy. All right, guys, talk to you next month.